The day the sky disappeared, morning began like any other day on Earth. People walked through crowded streets with coffee in their hands. Cars moved through traffic while airplanes crossed the bright blue sky above the cities. Nothing felt unusual. It was an ordinary moment in the long history of humanity. Then the sunlight began to fade. At first, people thought clouds were moving in. The light dimmed slowly, like a shadow stretching across the sky. A few people stopped walking and looked upward. Some lifted their phones and began recording. What they saw made them freeze. A massive shape was slowly covering the sky. It was not a cloud. It was not weather. It was something solid. A gigantic structure of dark metal moved silently above the planet. Its surface stretched farther than anyone could see. The edges disappeared beyond the horizon. This ship blocked the entire sky. Across the world, cameras turned upward. News channels interrupted their broadcasts. Satellites focused their lenses on the object that had suddenly appeared above Earth. Scientists quickly realized the scale of the object. It was enormous, larger than entire cities. Its structure looked ancient and advanced at the same time. Huge glowing lines ran across its surface like rivers of light. In the center, a faint blue energy pulsed slowly, almost like a heartbeat. The world fell into confusion. Some people believed it was the beginning of an alien invasion. Others thought it was a secret human project that had somehow escaped control. Governments tried to calm their citizens, but no one truly understood what they were seeing. On a military base outside the city, Commander Daniel Hayes stood in a dark control room surrounded by glowing screens. Satellite images of the massive ship filled the walls. One of the analysts spoke quietly. "Commander, the object appeared in orbit less than 3 minutes ago. Our sensors did not detect any approach." Daniel stared at the image. The ship was too large to hide, yet it had appeared instantly as if it had always been there. "That is impossible," he said slowly. Another officer pointed to the screen. "Commander, the object is not moving. It is just hovering above the planet." The room fell silent. If the ship wanted to attack, it had the perfect position. It could strike any city on Earth within seconds. But it was not firing weapons. It was not sending signals. It was simply watching. Then something changed. A section of the massive hull slowly began to open. Huge metallic panels shifted apart like petals of an enormous mechanical flower. Light from deep inside the ship spilled out into space. Every satellite camera zoomed in at once. Something inside the ship was activating. Daniel leaned closer to the screen. He had a strange feeling he could not explain. It felt like the ship had not arrived randomly. It had come for a reason, and somehow that reason was about to reveal itself. If you enjoy mysterious science fiction stories like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next chapter. The story is only beginning, and what emerges from the ship may change the fate of humanity forever. The figure in the light. The massive ship remained suspended above Earth, blocking the sun and casting a cold shadow across cities, oceans, and deserts. People everywhere stared upward, unable to move, mesmerized by the immensity of the alien presence. News channels and live streams captured every angle, but no broadcast could truly convey the scale. This ship blocked the entire sky and everyone felt its weight. At the military base, Commander Daniel Hayes continued to monitor the ship. His team of scientists, engineers, and officers worked frantically to understand what they were dealing with. Satellite feeds showed the slowly opening hull, revealing a glowing energy core that pulsed rhythmically like a living heart. Then the unexpected happened. A beam of pure blue light shot down from the ship to Earth. It touched the surface near the base with a quiet The light was so bright that it illuminated the desert surrounding the facility, creating long shadows across sand and rock. Every camera and sensor focused on the beam. Daniel's heart raced as he watched. Everyone froze. Soldiers instinctively raised weapons, unsure whether this was an attack or a signal. The light began to take shape. Slowly, within its glow, a figure emerged. At first it was only a silhouette, but then details became clear. The being was humanoid, but unlike anything seen before. Its skin shimmered faintly with a metallic sheen. Its height was over 7 feet, and its eyes glowed faintly blue. It moved with grace as if floating above the ground. The figure looked around, scanning the base, then locked eyes with Daniel through the communication screens. Though its appearance was alien, its gaze carried intelligence and awareness. Daniel felt an inexplicable calm, as though the being could see into his mind. Then a voice spoke directly in his head. It was not sound through speakers or radio. It was clear and calm, as if the words bypassed the ears entirely. "We have come for the one who can understand." Daniel's jaw tightened. The being's attention was focused entirely on him. "You mean me?" he thought, and the voice responded immediately. "Yes." Panic and curiosity mixed in Daniel's mind. He looked around at his team. No one else could hear the words. He realized that somehow he had been singled out. The figure raised a hand slowly. The light from it spread across the desert, creating a pathway of blue energy that connected Daniel to the ship. It was as if the ship itself had reached out and beckoned him. Daniel knew he had a choice: step forward and meet the unknown, or retreat and leave the world guessing what might have come for him. He took a deep breath. The sense of destiny was overwhelming. Somehow he understood that the future of humanity might depend on what happened next. As he stepped toward the beam, the figure's gaze never wavered. The ship pulsed softly above, and for a moment Earth held its breath. If you are enjoying this story about the mysterious ship and the encounter that could change humanity forever, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next chapter. The next part will reveal the secrets of the ship and the reason it chose Daniel. The choice that changed everything. Daniel stepped into the beam of blue light, and the world around him seemed to dissolve. The desert, the base, the shadowed cities, all vanished as he was lifted toward the massive ship above. Inside, the atmosphere was surreal. The walls shimmered with a soft silver glow, and strange energy lines ran across the floors and ceilings, pulsing in time with the ship's heartbeat. The humanoid figure floated ahead, waiting patiently. As Daniel approached, he could see that it was not just a being of flesh and metal. It was something more, something ancient and intelligent. Its eyes, glowing faintly blue, met his, and for a moment, the weight of 1,000 stars seemed to press against his mind. "You have been chosen," the voice in his head said again. Chosen for what, Daniel thought, though he already felt the gravity of the answer. To understand, to guide, to decide. The figure extended a hand, and a holographic projection appeared between them. The image showed Earth from space, and around it, countless stars and planets shimmered. Some glowed faintly red, others green, others blue. Lines of energy connected them, forming a complex web across the galaxy. "Your world is young," the figure said. "Many civilizations rise and fall without ever leaving their star systems. But there is potential here. A choice made now will affect not just your planet but the entire galaxy." Daniel felt a shiver run down his spine. The weight of this responsibility was staggering. One decision could save humanity, or doom it. He swallowed hard and focused on the image of Earth, the people he had left behind, and the planet that had raised him. "Why me?" he thought. "Because you are willing to face the unknown," the voice replied. "You are human. That means you can act in ways others cannot imagine. Your curiosity, your courage, your ability to hope, these are what make you worthy." The figure gestured, and the holographic projection shifted to show distant worlds. He could see alien cities, fleets, and civilizations that had either thrived or been destroyed. Then a single choice appeared before him, a glowing path of energy leading to potential peace or to war. Daniel's heart pounded. He realized that this moment was the culmination of everything he had ever experienced. Every fear, every battle, every moment of doubt had led him here. He reached out and touched the glowing path toward peace. The ship pulsed in response, sending a wave of energy through him. He felt knowledge and understanding flooding his mind. Visions of technology, diplomacy, and unity across the galaxy. The humanoid figure nodded. Good. The blue beam returned him to Earth. The massive ship above began to shift and slowly ascend. No longer a shadow of fear, but a symbol of possibility. People watched in awe as sunlight returned, and the sky, once blocked, opened again. Daniel knew that the galaxy had changed forever, and humanity had a role in its future. The encounter was over, but the story was only beginning. One human had shown that courage and choice could alter the fate of billions. If you enjoyed this story about the ship that blocked the entire sky and the first human to face its mystery, make sure to subscribe to the channel and support it. More incredible stories of the unknown and humanity's place in the stars are coming, and you won't want to miss them.